Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Wildcat Tailgate. I am your host, Andrew Eaton. The Wayne State College football team overcame adversity in their matchup versus the Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears on October 28th. Senior running back Rashad Trimble took the second play of the game, a handoff from Taylor Reedy, all the way to the house for a 70-yard touchdown, just 48 seconds into the game, and the Wildcats took a 7-0 lead. Reedy then started at quarterback for the injured Zach Osborne and Aaron Blyle. The play calling showed a heavy dose of option pitches and keepers with Reedy, which led to the run by Trimble for the touchdown. On his drop-back pass attempts, Reedy hit wide receiver Lane Sullivan for a 20-yard touchdown pass that extended the Wildcat lead to 14-0 in the first quarter. Concordia St. Paul's starting quarterback, Maxon Hutton, confirmed his success as a dual-threat quarterback and provided several plays at the quarterback position on designated runs, which led to a 5-play, 67-yard drive that ended with him scoring from 9 yards out, and that cut the lead to 14-7 in favor of the Wildcats. The second quarter was the quarter of field goals as Wayne State College's Ethan Knutson kicked an 18-yarder, while the Golden Bears kicker Jonas Schenderlin chipped in a 38-yard field goal before halftime. At intermission, the Wildcats were up 17-10. The third quarter offense for Wayne State College was not kind to them. Schenderlin hit a 37-yard field goal to cut the Wildcat lead to 1. The Wildcat offense was held to just 40 yards of total offense in the third. Knutson hit another field goal that gave Wayne a 4-point advantage. The special teams unit for Wayne allowed a Golden Bears player to block a Cody Netuzil punt attempt, which set up Hutton at the 7-yard line, and the offense turned the ball over on downs. Unfortunately for both teams, each starting quarterback was injured. Maxon Hutton was injured early on in the fourth quarter, and his backup was Ron Johnson, and he threw a 3-yard touchdown pass to give the Golden Bears their first lead of the game. Then Taylor Reedy was injured after getting bone crushed off a option keeper. His backup was redshirt freshman Mitchell Hansen, who became the unsung hero for Wayne State College. Trailing by 3 late in the fourth, Hansen engineered an 11-play, 75-yard drive that ended with wide receiver Nate Rogers running a post route, and Hansen found him in the end zone from 14 yards out. Wayne State College won the game 27-23, even though the Golden Bears outgained the Wildcats in total offense 315-309. The victory put Wayne over 500 and a chance for a winning season in 2017, improving to 5-4 and 3-2 in the NSIC South. And after the break, we'll be right back to discuss last week's matchup in Minnesota. I'm Andrew Eaton, host of Wildcat Tailgate.
You look frustrated, Sam. What's wrong?
I can't concentrate.
Well, what are you listening to? No. You should be listening to 91.9 The Cat. That's gonna help you focus. There, see?
Yeah, okay.
Aaron Blyle made his return from an injury as Wayne State College traveled to Minnesota State Mankato this past Saturday. 2 early turnovers put Wayne in a 20-0 hole. Casey Benarski hit a 43-yard field goal, and Wayne started Mitchell Hansen at quarterback, but his fumble set up a 2-yard run by Mavericks running back Justin Tyromia. And the Wayne State punt block unit blocked a punt that set up a touchdown pass from Aaron Blyle, who came in and relieved Hansen and was caught by Willie Walton, and Mavs quarterback Ryan Schlichty extended the Mavs lead to 27-7. This time, Ty Dennis was at the receiving end of a 27-yard touchdown pass. Blyle and Walton hooked up again before halftime, and the scoreboard showed a 27-14 Mavs lead. Another special teams blunder by the Mavs, a muffed punt recovered by Wildcat cornerback Emile Hope, set up an Ethan Knutson 32-yard field goal, and then Nate Rogers did not wait till the last play of the game to make an impact as he caught a 45-yard pass from Blyle that tied the game at 27 apiece in the fourth quarter with 12:24 remaining. Unfortunately, the game flipped back in favor of Minnesota State as they scored 21 unanswered points, which were 2 Schlichty touchdown passes and a 3rd touchdown run by Terriemi. And the Mavs closed the game on a 48-27 game, outgaining the Wildcats with 580 yards of total offense. The loss dropped the Wildcats to 5-5 on the year and 3-3 in the NSIC South. They are at 500 and are looking for a winning season. They host Upper Iowa at Bob Cunningham Field this Saturday at 1 p.m. And we'll be right back on Wildcat Tailgate. I am your host, Andrew Eaton.
Be a part of something bigger than yourself every Thursday at Crew. Crew is a caring community passionate about connecting people to Jesus. Join us in Gardner Hall at 7:30 for music, speakers, and fellowship every week. Life can be lonely when you go away to college. Crew feels like home.
The Upper Iowa Peacocks entered the matchup 6-4 in the NSIC. They lost last week against number 13 ranked Sioux Falls 19-7. The game was tied at 7 apiece at halftime before Vanden Heuvel field goals and a 24-yard touchdown pass from Ian Fieber to Ty Smith ended the game at 19-7. Offensively, the Peacocks are led by Brent Lammers, who is 141 to 254 on the season passing, throwing for 16 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. He averages 179 yards through the air. Through the air, the number 1 receiver is Jarrett Edmonds, who has 52 catches for 765 yards and 5 touchdowns. On the ground, Lammers provides another dual-threat quarterback, rushing for 549 yards and 5 touchdowns, and the number 1 running back is Ryan Parmalee, who has 777 yards and 6 touchdowns to lead a dynamic duo rushing the ball. Defensively, Jordan Rummus has intercepted 5 passes through the air. The Peacocks average 26 points a game, averaging 370 yards of total offense with nearly 200 yards on the ground per game. Defensively, the Peacocks have been gashed on the ground, giving up nearly 200 yards, while their pass defense gives up 155 yards and 17 touchdowns passes. And they have been given up as the team as a whole. And some of the key points that we're kind of looking at this matchup is for Wayne State, who is going to start at quarterback? Because you have Mitch Hansen, who struggled in the last game, Aaron Blyle, who's faced injuries, Zach Osborne is likely out, and Taylor Reedy hasn't played since he was hurt 2 weeks ago. So if Aaron Blyle is indeed the quarterback, he needs to stay healthy and put him in good positions to make some plays. And the other thing too, Wayne State College has to rely on their running game because their passing game hasn't been good since Zach Osborne was injured. To get your running game going, you have to get Trimble and Wilson and manage Blyle on the run-pass options to avoid injury. Give the ball to your playmakers on the perimeter when you do pass on play action and utilize Lane Sullivan, Nate Rogers, Shamir Williams, and Willie Walton. Each one throughout the season has proven that they can stretch defenses through the air, with Nate Rogers being your red zone target. And for Wayne defensively, contain the ground game because the Peacocks have a dual threat quarterback that likes to run the ball. Let your secondary dictate the passing lanes because their best game was against Sioux Falls, and that was where the number 1 corner for Wayne State College intercepted 3 passes, and he has 7 on the year. And for the Peacocks, they need to control tempo with the ground game and play action passes to Jarrett Edmonds. Defensively, force Blyle into tough situations. Blyle, when he has been pressured, has struggled immensely this year. He's only a 46% completion percentage quarterback, so a lot of his passes are going to be ill-advised. If you can contain the ground game and force Blyle to beat you through the air, then Wayne State might have a tough time trying to have a winning season for the first time in about 7 years. It's a good chance to win this game, go 6-5, and get that winning season. Thank you for tuning in to Wildcat Tailgate. This is the final edition. I hope you guys enjoyed it throughout the season before each of the games. I'm your host, Andrew Eaton. So long.